media. When the man face hanging the eye out here and he still living and breathing.
But you pass spirit on you and make you feel to go home and cut your wrist. And you stay and you're bleeding. You understand? And then you do so you end up living. But you can't use your hand again because you cut some nail. Trying to learn to right with your foot now.
Or the man will kill the woman and then kind of blow up his face. All face gone. He's living still.
Life and death is in the hands of
Yeah, no case and 11.
They patch it back up. But when you try with the brother explain it, you try to blow up, you try to kill yourself basically. A shotgun to your head. After you know kill your wife, you try to kill yourself now. And when you shoot yourself now, it miss what you had to miss and you survive. And your face was all messed up in the end. You understand? You're very far able to do these kind of things. So that is why you have to Psalms 111, the last verse. Fear him. If you fear the Most High, you're not going to be out there dressing so. You're not going to play them games. Go ahead.
Because Psalms chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom.
Read that again.
The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is what?
The beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. They were supposed to be teaching your children. Fear of the Most High. See this man, you play with him, boy. He say to do this, you do that. He say there's how a man's supposed to operate, that's how you have to operate. There's how a woman's supposed to operate, that's how a woman has to operate. You have to change your life, girl.
That's right.
Even if your husband might believe or accept the words of the Bible, you still have to live according to it. And hopefully, he might see there, boy, this girl really changed, boy, she live in a certain way, and he will change too. You never know. You never know. The 1 Peter 3:1. Go ahead. Now is it on a precept? That's some more.
Night, I'm on here. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Read it again.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
You hear him carefully, right? You see, a good understanding have all they that
Do his commandments.
That is a person with good understanding.
Done.
A person know what time it is. But
It's 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands.
wives be in subjection. The word wife simply means woman. Alright? Not the corrupted way this world happens today. When two men can marry and people come in and say, I now marry you today, man and wife. What? Wife is woman. Woman could be wife, not man could be wife. Woman is wife. When you even go into the you went and look up the word, I tell you to look up the other night. Woman on online etymology dictionary. You had the paper still? Right. So when you're looking up woman, you look up wife too. You will see going right back to woman. You understand? Going right back to woman. And how a man makes a woman his wife. Back to sex. Penetration. Back then, ancient times, men would have majorly married virgin women. You understand? Nobody, if you have money to buy a new car, you go buy an old one. You will buy a new car. So men back then, because women are known as possession in the scriptures. You that find it a wife, find it a good thing. A thing is like this, a material, something that you own, you possess. Your shoes, your slippers, your socks, your jersey. That jersey is yours. So this jersey could not tell you this morning, I don't want you to wear me. It's like the wife can tell the husband, you ain't getting no sex tonight, you ain't getting no food tonight. Because that's your duty, that's your role, that's your function.
That's right.
Alright, so the scripture saying the wife, go ahead.
It says, likewise, the wives, be in subjection to your own husbands.
Be in subjection to what? Your own husband. Sub means under, and jection means rule. Be under the rule of your husband. So before you come out here, you have to ask your husband, if it is you're supposed to come out here to get anything quick to go back in, you have to ask your husband to come out here. You have to ask your man. Because why? The man is the what? The head of the woman. 1 Corinthians 11 verse 2. It's simple. That's why it's called order. And once you establish order in the nation, you will never have peace. Go ahead.
Over there. Oh, come.
It says that if any obey not the word, that if any obey not the word,
humble,
they
huh?
also,
Shall not
without
quarrel.
the word, be
Alright,
won
yeah.
by the
That's all.
conversation of the wise.
Right, so if any what?
It says, if any obey not the word,
If any obey not the word, like your husband, he might not obey the word. You might try to bring this thing when I meet some men in the streets and they tell everybody live according to the Bible. They think about this, boy. They think about we changing the life and we living according to God's laws and stop them following we used to be on and all them things. And he might say, nah, you don't have time for that God thing. Right man, by the Bible, he might get opposition. But you don't study that. You still be in subjection to him, you still be obedient to him, but you live according to the words of the Father. And by your living, by you shining that light, soon you might walk back and say, yeah boy, let me get serious with this thing. How my girl change now, boy, I see a different glow on she. Go ahead.
it says, they also may without the word be
They
won.
may also, without the word, you not to say nothing again. But you don't show him. They look at my change. I don't operate how he's operating now. Go ahead. I don't hold that man call him a phone again. Go ahead.
Be won by the conversation of the wise.
Won by what?
By the conversation.
Of the wise. And that conversation is to them with a lifestyle. It's more than just your talk. It's your lifestyle. Your character. So you have to change your character. You have a son, he's 17 years old. Tell him about this. Tell him about son, what you think about keeping it. Like that's something foolish. Why we just find it a shameful thing to teach somebody about the laws of the Heavenly Father? You go teach some women today, they have no shame in teaching their little daughters the truth. They have no shame in teaching their little daughters how to be whores and sluts. But they have shame in teaching them right thing. Come on, these will go in and benefit your children in the long run.
That's right.
Psalm 78 verse 5, go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 starting at verse 13.
Right, so this precept here is to explain how a man and woman becomes husband and wife. It's one of the ways. Go ahead.
Verse 13. If any man take a wife and go in unto her
Go in unto her.
Done.
Take a woman and you go in unto her. Go ahead.
and hate her and give occasions of speech against her and bring up an evil name upon her and say, I took this woman and when I came to her, I found her not a maid.
How you can find her not a maid? A maid, that maid going into a virgin woman. He found her not a maid, untouched. Because there is what men used to pay their money for. I tell you, if you have a daughter, in ancient time, man would have come to your husband and say, well, I'm interested in your daughter. I have the bride price here. It's at a certain price. It's still going on in Africa, certain places, certain tribes upholding it. You understand? I have a certain amount of money here. You understand? At the bride price. And where your daughter, I'm interested in your daughter is a virgin. You say yes. When this man go into this woman, if he finds she not a virgin, she can't be stoned to death. But in this case, what I was reading out here is a man that went into another man's daughter. He went into, he had sex with her, and then bring up an evil, and then bring up a lie against she and say she wasn't a virgin because why? She probably didn't like the way it feel. She didn't have enough zest for him, you know, or he probably just wanted to have a one-time thing and then go to somebody else that he truly loved. You understand? But the main point of the message is that a man is have to go into a woman for that to be wife. Have sex with you, lay down with you, intercourse, that consummates a marriage.
God. Verse 15. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring
Just finish on this.
take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity.
The token of the damsel's virginity. What's the token of the damsel's virginity? Back then, we used to spread a white sheet. Today, women walking down the aisle with white dress and they cover their face with veil and they don't sleep with Tom, Dick and Harry. White represents purity. That's what white represents. You don't play the whole field. You don't sleep with the whole football team and then you dressing up in the white to walk down aisle. You ain't pure. Men been there already. You understand? But back then the token of your virginity used to be a white sheet. It's got a white sheet on the bed. And then that man would cut that woman, enter that woman, cut she hymen on the bed, and the blood from the woman, when she get cut, but I was sex means to cut. When she get cut, the blood fall on the white sheet and that is the sign That's the evidence that yes, the woman was a virgin.
That's right.
So there are no problems on the other. So that's what you're saying here, the parents, when that man come and bring up that lie, all the parents have to do is go back for that white sheet with the blood on it to prove to the elders, the receipt. To prove to the elders that hey, this man is telling tales. My daughter is a virgin. You have the evidence.
Gone.
So that's how a man marries a woman, through the act of sex. Alright, today they make you spend a lot of money, they pay in expense. They pay for wedding planners, they pay for cake, they pay for ring. You understand? They give the pope a change or the priest a change and all. They might even help your bridesmaids, give them some money to get some dress. You understand? You save up your whole life, you take a loan to just walk down an aisle for one day. You have a ring on your finger and then your marriage lasts for about 6 months.
Sure.
Madness. Yeah, man. Get it. Jump safe. Alright. Jump safe. Message change. Repent. But
Gone. Unto the elders of the city in the gate. Gone.
Right, so you bring all that piece of just put out there. Them men fix things was it. Just put out. So we're not going to some prophecies, you know.
Gone.
We're into the Joel chapter 2, right?
Can.
I'm sorry.
Gone.
You read some date and 5 cents? Psalms?
Yeah. So what?
It's Psalms 78 and verse 5. It says, For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
So the laws that he has
Let's put out a little bit, right?
was delivered to the nation of Israel, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives, the people on this side, was delivered unto us to teach unto our children. Them security.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was delivered unto us to teach unto our children. So this is supposed to be teaching the children. Alright? The laws of the Heavenly Father, the words. But
continuing, verse 6, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
it's supposed to be a continuous teaching.
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to forget the laws of the Heavenly Father. To forget the laws of the Heavenly Father, he will also forget you. Yeah, Hosea 4 and verse 6.
Book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
He will also reject you. Not just to be a reject. To be a reject is to end up in the same case as Esau. Esau was rejected. But in Hebrews chapter 14. 12, Hebrews chapter 12 verse 16.
Book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17. For he know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
He was what?
He was rejected.
Esau was rejected. So when it is you all forsake the law of the Heavenly Father, and when you say of your father, you never know. Alright, they have gone into the ways of Cain. Hosea?
Continuing, says, My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So your fate, the end will be the same as Esau, to be destroyed. You become now a son of perdition.
But continuing, it says, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, he said you will also forget your children. So
right.
the laws is not something to forget. As I read initially, Psalm 78 verse 5, teach your children. Because teaching it to your children, you're teaching yourself. Because you want to come back through the loins of them same children. Reincarnation is a serious thing. Reincarnation exists. And not the Hinduistic way. You don't turn into no butterfly. You don't turn into no cat. Alright?
God, that's right.
That is it. Alright? Cycle of life in man come back after the third and fourth generation. After death, the judgment come when we go what? We go live again. So you're going to that second is just 14. And I believe it's verse 34, 35.
Because second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 35. Gone. Verse 35. For after death shall a judgment come when we shall live again.
When we shall what?
Live again.
We will live again.
That's right.
And when you live again after death, you go up, you receive a judgment, you live out your judgment, your sentence that the Heavenly Father gave you up in the heavens.
That's right.
Well, about a lot of people, when they're born, they're not born blind, or they end up blind after some time. That is them receiving of the judgment. Alright, that was written to happen upon them. Go ahead.
Continuing, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
Then shall the what?
The name of the righteous be manifest.
The name of the righteous will be manifest.
Right.
Because after the ultimate day of judgment, which is going to come by them nuclear missiles, which we're going into Joel the 2nd chapter, after them nuclear missiles hit, which is the ultimate judgment of the Heavenly Father, the names of the righteous will be manifest. How is he numbered among the saints? You know, the manifestation of the sons of God, the crowning, is going to take place. And the whole world going to know who the elect are. Then shall he know who am I chosen. Go ahead.
Continuing. And the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
The works of the ungodly will also be declared.
That's right.
You understand? They're going to know. These people are going to know that, hey, what we was living, it was ungodly, boy. That's why we didn't make it. That's why we got no crown over here right now, boy. Shit. Fuck up. You're supposed to, as scripture say, they have erred in wickedness. They have wearied themselves in the corrupt way. Wisdom of Solomon 5. These are the ungodly who prosper in the world. What it is you will live in according to this word, and all you can study is making it in this life, you're ungodly.
That's right.
The scripture says godliness with contentment is great gain. You're all in content. You all want to have it all here. You all want to reach to the top. That's why a lot of you all, you sell your souls. You bend over forward and backward. Just for a little advancement in life. Just to drive a little car. A job promotion. Foolish. The love of money, the root of all evil. Go ahead. Precept. 23 and performance. Things that are for me. Right. Yeah. 40.
There's Job chapter 23 and verse 13. But he is in one mind.
The Most High is in one mind. The Most High is not a double-minded man. The Most High in one mind. Alright, the Most High, he does what he wants to do. Nobody can change his mind. As he said, for I am God, I change not. Therefore you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Go ahead.
And who can turn him?
Who can turn the Most High? So that is why you have to make sure and be on your P's and Q's. You have to live a fearing life to the Most High. Dios de la Biblia es pure oscura, no blanco. Go ahead.
It says, and what his soul desires, even that he do it.
What the Most High soul desire, that is what he does do. And that's what happening on the earth today. It's not my will being done, or this brother's will being done, or your will being done. It's the Most High will being done.
That's right.
Remember the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's right.
Alright? And the Most High has in plan to destroy the ungodly of this world.
That's
you
right.
sinners, you niggas. Go ahead.
Continue, and it says, for he performeth the thing that is appointed for me.
The thing that is what?
Appointed for me.
Appointed. Appointed. Meaning, when you come here, it's an appointment you're on. It's an appointment. Everything that you go through, it was appointed to you. Just like he told Jeremiah, before I formed in the belly, I knew the get up from in Jeremiah 1 and 4.
1 and 5.
That is Zariah saying, the Most High only said that to Jeremiah. The scripture just said in Job, he appoint He performed anything that is appointed for me. So even Job testified of that. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 1 and start at verse 4 it reads, Then the word of Yahweh
Jeremiah
came unto me,
10:20.
saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb,
Where he knew him. He knew him in the spiritual realm. That's where he knew him. Alright? He knew all of us. He said, all souls are mine. Didn't he say that? Alright? Before you come here, there's something called a spiritual realm. The heavenly. Alright, the heavenly realm, where the heavenly Father dwells. That is it, Hebrews 12. Go ahead.
reading on, it says, Before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctify thee, and I ordain thee a prophet unto the nation.
Hey, Salakia. That's Tazariak's read him.
ICPK.
ICPK. What?
Captain Tazaria.
Tazariah.
Yeah.
The scripture say he's the father of spirits. It never say he's the father of good spirits. It say he's the father of all spirits. See? So he as the elder say, he getting offended with the scriptures, but he not supposed to be. He just trying to go with that doctrine with got his what's his name? The leader doctrine. But he knows the truth in it. But if he
Johanna is a crackhead, you know.
yeah, he had to go with that doctrine. If he go against that doctrine, guess what? Don't blame him. He might lose his position.
All the benefits.
Let God be true and every man a
Man a
liar.
liar.
Yeah. He know the truth, he know it, but he acting like you're getting offended. Yo, you know the Most High make all spirits, even homosexuals. Why would you say that? The fellas used to teach the truth before, and they started wither away.
And
Yeah, they started getting worse and worse.
What's up, man?
they had no oil.
Yeah.
The oil done.
Yeah, the oil dried up.
There's I didn't finish version. There's 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?
That's right.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Oh, effeminate. And effeminate, they talk about only a homosexual, they talk about when men up in the feelings. You know?
You're making a judgment off
Yeah,
your emotion.
you're making judgments off of your emotions. You see?
Scripture say, as the brother now quote, basically the Most High basically is the truth, and every man becomes a liar.
Right. Brother.
This is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 20, because the brother just read it. The unrighteous shall not inherit.
Done.
And what is unrighteousness? All unrighteousness is sin. Alright? And where basically sin came from. Man didn't invent sin. Alright? All inventions came from the Most High. He created everything. It's his will taking place on it, as he was mentioning. This is the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 20. For the creature, things created, everything that exists today, mankind is dealing with mainly. For the creature was made subject under the rule, alright, to vanity, not willingly, to the Most High. He created the faggots, yes, alright, and he created them, as the scripture say, the mass, right, to be an example unto the world of what not to do. That's what these faggots was created for. That's what unrighteousness was created for. To prove to the world, alright, that it's better to live a righteous life. That's the best bet. Live righteously. Live after the words of the Heavenly Father. Alright, righteous. Give me Proverbs 40:34, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I wanted Proverbs 14 and verse 34.
There you are?
Yeah. This Proverbs 14 and verse 24.
34.
And 34 reads, righteousness exalteth a nation.
Righteousness exalted a nation. So this is what we're dealing with. Fuck away with who's faggots, them going and die. He dealing with righteousness because it's about time for our nation to be uplifted. Alright? So we privileged to have this righteous mindset. You know, willing to do the things of the Heavenly Father, willing to rehearse the righteous acts. We're grateful for that. And we say, in everything give thanks, because this is the will for you.
God.
So while it is we now privileged to receive the understanding of doing the right things, we have to reprove. Remember in Ephesians 5, you can start at verse 11. Alright, Ephesians, we can start at 7, and then you could go down to verse 11 being the point.
Book of
You have to
Ephesians.
reprove them. Now, let's finish up the
Alright, can.
Yeah.
God. Read now, it says, righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people.
Sin is a what?
A
A
reproach.
reproach to any people. And this is what the Most High teaching. It says sin is not the good, sin is not the best thing. Sin is not the way to live. Don't live that, live according to my ways.
Right.
So at the end of this whole movie, I think lesson gonna be taught. That it was better to live godly. It was better to live how the Israelites supposed to live. So all the nations going to know this, and they're going to come and what? Learn of our ways.
Right.
And when they go off, the Israelites go in and correct them. Because the Most High promised something to us, which He promised to them, which is to program us to do right. We're going to always be doing right. Like people, give me Isaiah 68:12. Well,
Ephesians, right?
Mhm.
Can. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Right, so what the Most High did was, He caused a separation. Because in the same 1 Corinthians 6 you read, it says, such was some of you. After it listed out all the unrighteousness, it says, such was some of you. So then the scripture say, be ye not partakers with them. So what the Most High did was, He called us out of that dark lifestyle. Those of us that was fornicators, those of us was basically niggers in the world, He called us out of that lifestyle and say, be not partakers with them, because them going to have a harsh judgment in the end. How the scripture say in Romans 1, they receiving the recompense of the error, which was meat. Go ahead.
Can. Continue in verse 8. For ye were sometimes
It
darkness.
was sometimes darkness.
Can.
You understand? We were sometimes darkness because why? The creature was made subject. Once you come in this flesh, you're going and go off.
Can.
You're going, that's why a part of our ministry, a part of our message is that, hey, soon the Lord going and change His bodies.
That's right.
To be perfect, to be totally righteous, we need to pour off these sinful flesh. Go ahead.
Can. Continuing, but now are ye light in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Now are we what?
Light in the Lord Yahweh
Light
Ba'ashem
in the Lord,
Yahushai.
boy.
Can.
Always light, because we live after this word. This word within us. And this word is that light. Psalms 119, 105. You can hold where you're holding. Right? Psalms 119, 105. This word is that light. And that word is now in us. You know? Because the words have been hidden in our hearts.
That's right.
Go ahead.
In Psalm 119 and 105, it says, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
That is it. The words. That's why our main thing, our main fuel, as Job said in Job 23, he basically desired this word more than his necessary meat. But this word is what makes us separate and holy and diverse and acceptable to the Most High apart from this world.
I
Can.
want it.
Go ahead, and let's finish up Ephesians 5. Go ahead.
Can. Can. Walk as children of the light.
Walk as children of the light.
Can.
Make sure your life matching up with this. With our high holy days to keep, you're keeping it to the best of your ability. The
right.
Sabbath days to keep, you keep some Sabbaths. No, we know we're in captivity. But don't know you could stay away from work, or you don't have to go to work this day and still work on the Lord's Sabbath. That is wickedness. So yeah, within the mix, within all the struggles, rehearsing the right, there's a rehearsal. within the struggle of rehearsing the righteous act, you give it your best shot. And it's something that the Most High, as the psalmist say, a broken and a contrite heart, he will not despise. So when it is you can't keep it, boy, the Lord know. He know. You have rent to pay and you need this, he know. Alright? He'll give you grace for that. Go ahead.
That's right. Continuing, verse 9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
And that is it. It's all goodness and righteousness and truth. But today, amongst our people, they have a misconception of what is goodness and righteousness and truth. Psalms 119 verse 142. It tell you what truth is.
In Psalms 119,
Goodness and truth is not you eating pork and then on every Saturday you go in and give out and food and feeding the poor. I know goodness and truth. I say hypocrisy.
but Psalms 119 and 142, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
The law is the truth. So if you went to any philosophy or any teaching that don't teach a certain extent of the laws, then that philosophy or doctrine you win is far from the truth.
That's for sure there's only one truth you can have. The scriptures, the Most High words. You can't have no other truth.
To begin with, you can't say you have sin and then you say you don't have to keep the laws. Just to begin with, the law is what makes you know you have sin. Right? So just by saying, we don't have to keep no law, you just saying like, well, I can be a homosexual, I can sleep with an ex-my wife, I can do what I want.
That's why it has so much lawlessness in the church.
Yeah, because the church teaching them, it's teaching them, first to begin with, straight off the bat, it's teaching them how to sin. And all they teach them how to break the law.
And because they do this, try the church doctrine, like the Christianity doctrine, try to twist it to suit themselves.
That's it.
You understand? But we're going to this word twist, right? The word twist means to go back to the word control, go back to the word asunder, to separate. Right? So what they basically do is do the opposite. You understand? Because when you're going out there and preaching to the people, right? Because the favorite scripture they try to use as well, to make the people eat pork is Acts.
Yeah, Acts 10.
It's Acts 10.
Hey, shut up, man.
And all these people they just run with it because they don't read, they don't understand. Right? They don't understand the scriptures. They lack understanding.
The little above the number right now, right? That's it. Go that's
Yeah, that's it.
The garment there, let me garment there.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's Galatians chapter 5, starting at verse 16.
Ephesians 5, right?
Yeah, I will in something else too. Yeah.
This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
He said walk in the spirit. And what is the spirit? The words. It's all going back to the words of the Heavenly Father. That is the spirit. That is what is quickening. Alright? That is what is bringing it to life. Go ahead.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
But you got to make sure that the spirit overcomes our flesh. Because if the Heavenly Father's Son return and you in that fleshly state, meaning you're in that carnal mindset, and you're doing carnal things, you're fulfilling all the lusts of this flesh, then you're going to be destroyed. He'll come to you as an enemy.
That's right.
Enmity with him is carnality. Go ahead.
And these are contrary the one to the other.
And that's why we know that we really have to go to these bodies. Because this body contrary to what we want. This flesh, there is desire things contrary to what we want to do. What is right for us to do.
Spirit telling you to do.
Exactly. So that's why you have to constantly arm yourselves with the words of the Heavenly Father. Stay in the Spirit. Walk in the Spirit.
Yeah, but you see,
meditate upon this word day and night.
but you see, these people in the churches, they teach them to arm themselves with their own words. That is not it.
That is it.
The newest thing, well, it ain't new, but recently,
People that
was looking
get
up
that word
upon
more
this,
than
this
specialty
girl,
food and the
Cherry Love.
Yeah.
Cherry Love is
Yes,
all
we
about
can
she won't
talk
move
about
words.
that.
That's why she don't
Sam,
understand it.
get that word more than
She, yeah, they just rise up their head from nowhere.
But she
Out of the
come
dust.
back up.
Yeah,
I don't know
let's
what
go
kind
in
of
some
necessity
hole
they
and
allow
let's come back
today.
out and
Alright, that's fine.
Foxes,
yeah, let's tell the talks after that
You
shit.
seen that, Jim? Where's the old duty of a man, boy? Sorry? You believe in the Bible? Yeah. Let me read that scripture for you. Read that, one thing. You're too busy for the word. You believe in the Bible? Read your book and
I have
read it.
refrained my feet
Alright,
from any evil way,
like
that I might keep thy word.
Ecclesiastes
I have said that I will keep thy word.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12
Timothy,
and verse
more than
13,
necessity, food
it says,
from
let
within.
us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear God
You're fine.
and keep his commandments.
And what?
And keep his commandments.
Just keep the Most High commandments. Do you have a beard on your face? You just shave it off. You just shave. Well, that's against the Most High commandment. When you read Leviticus 19:27, so you see, you gotta keep the commandments. It's not a talk. I love God and I believe in the Bible.
You see,
You didn't like the beard. It's not what you like.
watch.
Yes, that's casual.
Nah.
Watch.
When you cut that, it's getting his
Girl
bump
bump
something.
something.
Yeah, don't cut it. You gotta let it grow.
Ah,
Continuing.
What's something to say? Huh?
take like controversy. See, things that is keeping. Where think these
More than necessity, food.
you think she likes to like? Huh?